Number 10, Chromeshelled Regios. In a post-apocalyptic world where humanity lives in mobile cities called Regios, Leifon Alsafe transfers to the academic city of Zuelni, hoping to leave his violent past behind. However, when pollutant monsters threaten the city, his incredible combat skills with Heaven's Blade techniques are reluctantly revealed. Despite wanting a peaceful student life, Leifon is forced to join the military arts department, where his overwhelming power becomes impossible to hide from his new friends and enemies alike. Look, I'll be real with you. This show got buried under all the mecha hype of 2009, but Leifon is absolutely busted. Dude's trying so hard to be a normal student, working part-time jobs and everything, then casually slices through kaiju-sized monsters like he's cutting butter. The way he holds back during training matches only to accidentally destroy half the arena? Pure gold. What really gets me is how his teammates slowly realize they're training with basically anime Superman. The political intrigue and world building are solid too, but watching Leifon pretend to be weak while being godlike never gets old. Number 9, the legend of the legendary heroes. Reiner Lute appears to be a lazy, narcoleptic student at Roland Empire's Magician Academy who just wants to sleep and avoid responsibility. However, he possesses the Alpha Stigma, cursed eyes that can analyze and copy any magic instantly, making him one of the most dangerous beings alive. Alongside the ambitious Sion Astal and skilled swordswoman Ferris Eris, Reiner reluctantly embarks on a quest to collect legendary hero relics, all while hiding his true devastating potential from the world. This one hits different because Reiner's power comes with genuine consequences. Most OP protagonists get cool abilities and call it a day, but Alpha Stigma users literally go berserk and murder everyone around them if they lose control. So Reiner's constant sleepiness and lazy attitude? That's actually his coping mechanism to stay sane and protect people. The show does this brilliant job of making you laugh at his antics while knowing he's carrying this massive burden. Plus, his dynamic with Ferris, beating him up for being lazy when she knows he's secretly holding back enough power to level cities? Chef's kiss. Wait, absolutely perfect comedy. Number 8, Hatenkou Yuugi Dazzle. Razel Anadis appears to be an ordinary girl kicked out of her home to experience the world, but she possesses incredible magical abilities that she rarely takes seriously. Traveling with the mysterious Alzide in the cheerful Baroque heat, Razel encounters various dangers and conspiracies. While she often acts childish and carefree, her true magical prowess emerges during critical moments, revealing powers that far exceed what anyone expects from someone who treats most situations like an entertaining game rather than life or death scenarios. Okay, so this anime is criminally underwatched, and it's honestly a crime against humanity. Razel is this perfect blend of seemingly ditzy girl next door and reality-warping magical powerhouse. She'll spend half an episode complaining about being hungry or playing pranks, then casually rewrite the laws of physics when things get serious. The way she treats her overwhelming magical abilities like party tricks while everyone else is having existential crises about her power level is comedy gold. Her relationship with the brooding Alzide is also top tier. She's out here being the most powerful being in the room, while he's trying to be all mysterious and edgy. Number 7, Black Blood Brothers. Jiro Mochizuki is a centuries-old vampire known as the Silver Blade, one of the legendary heroes who helped end the Kowloon bloodline war against humanity. Living quietly with his younger brother Kotaro, Jiro appears to be just another vampire, trying to integrate into human society in the Special Zone. However, when new threats emerge, targeting vampires and humans alike, his incredible combat experience and devastating abilities as a former war hero are gradually revealed, proving he's far more dangerous than his calm demeanor suggests. This show flew so far under the radar it's practically underground, but Jiro is legitimately one of the most badass vampire protagonists in anime. The dude ended a war between vampires and humans, has a sword technique that can literally cut through anything, and spends his days being a caring big brother and drinking coffee. When he finally gets serious in fights, it's like watching a master craftsman at work. No flashy moves, no screaming, just pure technical perfection that leaves enemies wondering what the hell just happened. The contrast between domestic dad Jiro and legendary warrior Jiro gives me whiplash in the best way possible. Number 6. Kaze no Stigma. Kazuma Yagami returns to Japan after being exiled from his fire-using family for lacking flame magic abilities. Now possessing extraordinary wind magic powers that make him one of the strongest mages alive, he works as a freelance contractor while hiding his true strength. When supernatural incidents threaten his former family, the Kanagi clan reluctantly seeks his help. Unaware that the weak family member they once cast out has become powerful enough to single-handedly face threats that terrify even the most elite fire mages. The revenge fantasy aspect of the show hits so hard because we've all had that moment where we wanted to show people who underestimated us exactly what we're capable of. Kazuma goes from family disappointment to literally being able to create hurricanes and tornadoes with a thought. And the way his relatives slowly realize what they threw away? Chef's kiss levels of satisfying. His relationship with his cousin Ayano is pure tsundere gold. She's constantly trying to prove she's stronger while he's just casually reshaping weather patterns. The tragedy is that this series got cut short because watching Kazuma be effortlessly overpowered while maintaining that cool, slightly smug attitude was television at its finest. Number 5, C. The Money of Soul and Possibility Control. Kimimaro Yoga is a financially struggling college student who gets drawn into the mysterious financial district, a parallel dimension where people bet their futures in supernatural battles using creatures called assets. Initially appearing weak and overwhelmed by this dangerous world of economic warfare, Kimimaro gradually reveals strategic brilliance and an unusual asset that defies conventional rules. His power to influence the battles and potentially the entire economic system becomes apparent as he navigates increasingly complex financial conflicts that threaten reality itself. This anime is so slept on it hurts, and it's probably because people took one look at the economic themes and ran screaming. But listen, Kimimaro's growth from scared college kid to someone who can literally break the supernatural economy is incredible character development. His asset, Mashu, doesn't follow normal rules, and watching him figure out how to exploit that while everyone else is playing by the established system is pure strategic genius. The show gets wild when you realize he's not just winning battles, he's fundamentally changing how the entire financial district operates. Plus, the real-world economic commentary hits different when you see how his victories affect actual society. Number 4, Darker Than Black. Hai appears to be a mild-mannered Chinese exchange student living a quiet life in Tokyo, but he's actually the legendary Black Reaper, one of the most feared contractors in the world. Contractors are individuals who gain supernatural abilities at the cost of their emotions and humanity, but Hai seems to retain his feelings while possessing electricity manipulation powers that can level buildings. Working for a mysterious syndicate while pursuing his own agenda, he carefully maintains his double life, hiding his devastating abilities behind a gentle, unassuming facade. Hai is hands down one of the most perfectly executed, overpowered protagonists in anime history. The duality between his sweet, awkward student persona and his absolutely terrifying assassin identity creates this constant tension that never gets old. When he's Li Shenshun, he's stumbling over words and cooking terrible meals. When he's the Black Reaper, he's casually electrocuting entire buildings and making professional killers wet themselves in fear. What makes it even better is that his emotional retention as a contractor is supposedly impossible, so he's literally breaking the rules of his own universe just by existing. The action sequences, when he finally cuts loose, are pure art. Number 3, Witch Hunter. Robin Sena joins the STNJ, a secret organization that hunts witches, appearing to be a naive young recruit with minor flame-based craft abilities. However, as she works alongside her team to capture dangerous witches, her true power gradually surfaces, revealing abilities far beyond what anyone anticipated. Her mysterious past and the true nature of her overwhelming magical potential become central to a larger conspiracy involving the organization itself, forcing Robin to confront the reality that she might be the most dangerous witch of all. Robin is the queen of the slow burn overpowered reveal, and I mean that in the best possible way. For most of the series, she's this quiet, almost timid girl who can barely light a candle with her craft. Then suddenly, she's creating infernos that can melt steel. The gradual reveal of her past and the truth about her abilities builds this incredible tension throughout the entire show. What really gets me is how the other STNJ members start realizing they've been working alongside someone who could probably incinerate them all without breaking a sweat. The gothic atmosphere and Yoko Kanno's soundtrack just make Robin's hidden power moments feel even more epic. Number 2, Gunx Swordvan, a mysterious drifter searching for the man with the claw-shaped hand who killed his bride, appears to be just another wanderer in the desert wasteland. However, he pilots Dan of Thursday, one of the most powerful armor units ever created, and possesses combat skills that border on supernatural. While maintaining a carefree, almost lazy demeanor most of the time, Van's true abilities as both a pilot and fighter are gradually revealed through increasingly dangerous encounters with the criminal organization known as the Claw. Van is basically what happens when you take a spaghetti western protagonist and give him a giant robot, and somehow it works perfectly. The dude spends most episodes looking like he'd rather be sleeping or eating, then climbs into Dan and proceeds to demolish military-grade armors like they're made of cardboard. His sword techniques are so ridiculous that he can cut through energy beams. Not the robot shooting them, the actual energy beams themselves. The way he casually mentions being part of some legendary group while acting like it's no big deal kills me every time. Plus, his relationship with Wendy, as she slowly realizes her laid-back companion is actually a walking weapon of mass destruction, never gets old. Number 1, Zetsuen no Tempest, Blast of Tempest. Mahiro Fuwa seems like an ordinary high school student seeking revenge for his sister's murder, but he gains access to powerful magic through a stranded mage named Kaze. Working alongside his best friend Yoshino, who harbors his own secrets, Mahiro must help prevent the resurrection of the Tree of Exodus that threatens to destroy civilization. However, as the truth about his sister's death and his own connection to the magical world unfolds, Mahiro's true potential and the extent of his power become increasingly apparent and dangerous. This is it, the peak of secretly overpowered protagonists done right. Mahiro starts as this seemingly normal guy driven by grief and revenge, but the slow reveal of his connection to Aika and his natural talent for magic is absolutely masterful storytelling. The way he goes from borrowing Hakaze's power to essentially becoming a magical genius who can outthink thousand-year-old mages is incredible character development. What really sells it is how his power isn't just raw strength, he's strategically and intellectually overpowered, solving magical problems that have stumped experts for centuries. The Shakespeare references and philosophical debates just make his hidden brilliance even more satisfying when it finally surfaces completely. And there you have it, 10 incredible anime where the MC is secretly broken beyond belief but somehow flew under everyone's radar. These shows prove that sometimes the best overpowered protagonists are the ones hiding in plain sight. Which one surprised you the most? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe for more hidden gems.